Hi guys, and welcome to the No Gluten Zone. I create content for people with what I call food issues. That could be allergies, sensitivities, intolerances, or just autoimmune issues that affect your diet. And I've been wanting to do this video for a while about the Cronometer app. I love this app. I first started using this app, I'm pretty sure it was in 2018. I was on a protein restriction and I was to drink a lot of water. I didn't know how to monitor my protein intake. I had no idea how much protein I was eating, and I was now supposed to be on this restriction. So I believe the restriction was 50 something grams per day. I'm 52 maybe, I forget what it was exactly. It's been a while now that I am no longer on that. But I found the Cronometer app. I was actually on vacation during all of this stuff. And I found this app on my phone and I downloaded it and I started inputting all my meals. And I quickly realized how valuable this app was and how much I liked it. And so I went for the gold membership, which I pay $30 something a year, which I think is 100% worth it. The app, it just helps me so much in so many ways. And so I wanted to do a video today. Most of this, you're just going to be looking over my shoulder at my phone while I go through this and show you how I use it and how it helps me. And there's other ways. I know there's more features that I don't even use and don't even know. And they've added a lot of stuff along the way too. And I forget exactly what features are through the gold that you won't get with the free version. And I will say you can put this on your phone, you can put this on like your iPad or tablet, and there's also the desktop version you can use. So you can do it whichever way you prefer. Or you can use all three, depending where you're at. If you're at your computer, you can do the desktop, and then because you have a login account, so it will be consistent on all of them. So let me open it up and show you what I do with it, how I use it, and why I love it so much. Okay, this is the app. I normally have it on this diary. This is where I log in all my stuff. There is the Discover one. On the Discover, I mostly use the report, and I'll show you that because that's a really, really good one for me. And then I do most of my stuff here on the diary. Under Foods, you can do custom meals and custom recipes and custom foods, repeat items. That's something new. I haven't actually seen that. Repeat items. That's actually useful because I do eat a lot of the same stuff over and over. I think most people with food issues do. That's kind of our nature. We know what's safe and we stick with it. This is new. I tried it a couple times and I don't think it was quite working right yet, but they will suggest a food for you. Nutrient search, I don't know. I think that's new. Now, under more is where you manage your account and your profile. You can set your targets. So when I was on a protein restriction, I went in here and changed the amount of protein per day to make sure it would tell me when I hit that and I didn't go over that. They do have settings now for if you do intermittent fasting, you can set that. There's a lot of new stuff since I started using it that I haven't really looked into, and I just do what I need to do and I'm good. But let me show you in the diary. Another new feature they recently came out with that I don't use is you can go in here and add your cups of water as you drink them. They didn't have that when I first started using it, and I just put 100 ounces of water in the uncategorized category each day because I know that's like my minimum that I drink. So how I do it is the uncategorized, I put like supplements and water, and then I have my breakfast, I have my lunch, have my dinner, and then snacks and dessert if I have those. Let me look at yesterday because it's a full day. I've only had breakfast today. So yesterday is completed. Everything is in here. And so you can see I ate 1,473 calories for the day. I'm not on a calorie restriction or anything, but I know from using this that I average about 1,200 to 1,400 calories a day. I don't think the burned calories is accurate. I don't input exercise in here. I've even seen people say don't do that because then it's just giving you more calories to eat. And it can be very confusing. It's like it's telling you you can eat more now, and like if you're trying to lose weight, you don't want that. And then I did go 1 calorie over according to them. I don't usually eat this much. I ate a lot. I was like extra hungry yesterday. And I do really believe in like more intuitive eating and listening to my body and just trying to make healthy choices in that. So yeah, I did eat more than normal yesterday, and I went 1 calorie over according to them. But if you click on these dots up here, you can, there's a whole bunch of stuff here that you can see, but I like to look at the daily report. So it tells me how many calories I consumed. I don't look at the burned. So I hit 100% of my energy, which is calories. I hit 97% of my protein, which it's set at 92 grams. I try to get into the 90s and hundreds for protein, but I don't push myself excessively. Some people do. I listen to my body when it comes to that. I really do. My carbs, I hit 99%. My fat was 91%. So that was all pretty decent. On this one, I am always low on fiber and potassium, just always, always, always. I don't remember seeing the calcium in red that high. Folate is really high too. That's interesting. I'm not sure. If you click on them, it'll tell you where you're getting them from. So my calcium supplement, obviously, and my milk. I had yogurt, bagels, collagen, like it'll go down the list, and the percentage of what you got and where you got it from. So that's really helpful. The folate, so my multi and then my B12 and folate, and then beyond that was rice and chicken and cheese and butter is where I got that from. So that's interesting. I don't normally see those in red. On this nutrition score, like I have never ever hit 100% on any of them. But those are like not that big of a deal. So here we have a complete nutrient summary. This I like to look at. I really prefer looking at the weekly average for this, but I did want to show you can look at for a specific day as well. So you want them green. I don't know why the B3 and the folate are in red. That's interesting, but everything else is full. So my copper is low. I tend to run low on vitamin K, which was good yesterday, and copper, and then potassium. Those are the three that I really have to watch. So yeah, phosphorus, it always says is low, but a lot of stuff I eat that has phosphorus, it's not recording it when I enter it. So I don't think that's accurate. I have taken phosphorus supplements in the past, and I got to a point where I felt like I didn't need them anymore. So I kind of just let that one slide. I will be taking potassium today, and I did take it yesterday. And it was still low. I struggle with that one quite a bit. I went over on my carbs according to this. I got my omega-3s. And then when you look at protein, I got 97%. My whole family did a nutrient deficiency test in the past, and I actually want to do it again. It was several years back. And one of my deficiencies was cysteine. And I was like, what is cysteine? So I looked it up, and yeah, it's an amino acid, because they tell you your protein and then they list all the amino acids. And look, I am only low. The only one I'm low on is cysteine. And I can't figure out how to get more cysteine in my diet, like just specifically cysteine. Like, I don't know. That's very strange. But yeah, I'm always seem to be low. Even when I hit 100% of my protein, like the cysteine will always be low. And then they have these balance thingies. So according to this, I need more omega-6 on both of these. I need more copper and potassium, which, yeah, I always run low on those. My calcium magnesium balance is really good. And they say I need more oxalates. I don't know. Some people don't do well with oxalates. I don't really push them in my diet, but so there's that. So this is the report just for yesterday. I'm going to show you, if you go in the Discover and you click up here on report, and then this is a daily average for the week of October 20th to 26th. I like to look at this week-long average because really I don't think it's realistic to think you're going to eat perfect every single day. It's more of how it averages out in the end, right? And you can adjust the dates on this. I just always look for the most recent week. This is including today. So actually, and I haven't finished eating today. If I look at the last 7 days, and I say don't include today. That's what I want to see. Because when you only have a partial day on there, it really does make some things look extra low. So I prefer to take that off today. Okay, so this is for the last 7 days ending on yesterday. So my average calories consumed were 1351. Again, I don't look at the calorie burn personally, so I still had extra calories left over each day. Then they break it down here. I did 92% of my calories, 88% of my protein, averaging 81 grams of protein per day, and 93% of my carbs, 85% of my fats. Like I told you before, my fiber and potassium here are always showing as low. My iron and my iodine are typically always in red. So that means I'm taking too much. But both of those I am taking under the direction of a physician because I struggle with deficiencies of those. So I just ignore their redness and keep doing what I am told to do based with my doctor as well as my blood work, and also listening to how my body feels. Again, like I never hit 100% on any of these. So then 92% of my calories, I've exceeded my water needs. All my B vitamins here are good. A, C, D, E are good. Okay, vitamin K, this is one that I tend to run low on, and I'm only at 89%. Copper is another one that I tend to run low on, but it's looking really good right now. Like I said, the iodine and the iron are always in the red, but that's under the direction of a physician. I don't know if it's just my absorption is not good or if the deficiency is so low that I need a whole lot to kind of pull myself out. The iron is really just a maintenance dose. I'm not trying to pull myself out of iron deficiency at this time. So I don't know. I'm guessing just my absorption is not great. And the phosphorus always shows low, but I think that's inaccurate, to be completely honest. Potassium is always low. I take several times a week electrolytes to deal with that. My omega-3, I do watch omega-3s. I try to make sure I get those. It's a little bit low at 94%. And then looking at protein, so I averaged 88% of my protein needs per day. And then, okay, so here, a few of these are under. The cysteine is always by far the lowest, but leucine, lysine, and methionine are all slightly, well, lysine says 100%. It's just not green. And then leucine is 98%. Methionine is 95%, but the cysteine is 54%. It's always low. And then there's these wheels. I don't really I don't prioritize omega-6. I think omega-3s are more important. Maybe I'm wrong, but both of these say I need more omega-6. I need more copper. I do always tend to run low on copper, but here it looked decent. I always need more potassium. Here it says I need just a little more calcium to balance that. And then I don't prioritize oxalates. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing out on something there. I don't know. So diary is what I use the most. I know I think before I got the gold membership, it was just all uncategorized, one big category. So I do get to split these up. There's uncategorized, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and dessert. This is yesterday that I'm looking at. And I think you can create other categories too that you prefer. And then if you swipe here, they show you, like here they have the circles, here they just have the bars. And again, they break down your default macronutrient targets and more of those. And that's it there. Again, you can add your water here. And then if you go into foods, you can do custom meals, custom recipes, custom foods. I have 62 recipes in here, things that I make. Like if something has a barcode, it's really easy. You just scan the barcode with this. But if it's something you made, like a recipe you make, there's no barcode and it's hard to input like every ingredient sometimes. So if it's something I make pretty frequently, I will put the recipe in here, and then you just want to tell it how many servings there are per that recipe, and then you tell it how many serving sizes you ate out of that, and it can break it down for you, which is really nice. And then under more is just, yeah, I think I already showed you this. It's all your settings and what have you. So I will show you, this is today. I'm just going to add my lunch early. So you go in here, you can scan a food. If it has a barcode, you can add food. I'll show you that. You can, this is new, this suggests food. So I'm not sure how you use that just yet. I don't want to give you wrong information. This is for fasting, which I don't do. I'm not sure about adding notes. That's something new that I haven't used. I don't add exercise. I'm just logging nutrition here. If you add exercise, it's going to start telling you have more calories to eat, and I don't want that. I'm trying to lose weight. Adding a biometric is where you add, your weight. You can track your weight. So let's add some food for lunch. If I eat something different, I will change it later. So you can just have it on everything that's in here. The things that I eat the most, I mark it as a favorite. So then those are in the favorite category. There's custom, which are like recipes that I make, but I also see supplements in here. These might be supplements that I scanned, or not just supplements, also products that I bought. And when I scanned it, it didn't come up. And so I added it in myself. That might be those. And then common, I don't use this, but I probably should. This is probably the stuff that I'm eating a lot. And then I always start my day on the supplement tab and add those first. I've never actually looked at the brands one or the restaurant one. And there's beverages. And then Mercola. That's interesting. I don't know anything about that. Okay, so I'm going to go back to favorites. That's kind of where I stick with. And I'm going to say I've been eating these the organic Rosarita refried beans. I like those. So I'm going to put those, a half cup of those. And then for lunch, and I'm going to add it. And then I'll say I'm going to have some rice with it. I'll do half a cup of rice for lunch, and I'm going to add that. And then I know I have some chicken in there. I misspelled it. Chicken thigh, 2 ounces for lunch. And you can choose, like, if you don't do ounces, like I've weighed chicken enough, especially while I was on my protein restriction, to know what like 2 ounces looks like, 4 ounces looks like. But you can switch it, to cups, a large chicken thigh, medium chicken thigh, small chicken thigh, ounces, tablespoons, teaspoon. I can't imagine a teaspoon of chicken thigh, but they have that option. And they have grams too, but I like it in ounces, so I'm going to say 2 ounces. And then I like to add a little bit of cheese on my beans, so I'm going to say a tablespoon of grated cheddar and a tablespoon of grated mozzarella. And then if we look at my lunch, that's going to be a 360 calorie lunch with 26 grams of protein, 34 grams of carbs, and 9 grams of fat. I'm okay with that. That's kind of high carbs, but it's rice, and even the beans have some carbs. Over here on the right, you can prioritize something, but I chose protein because I was on a protein restriction, and I wanted to keep an eye on where I was getting too much protein because I was trying to keep it down. Now I'm kind of the opposite. Now I'm kind of prioritizing protein and making sure I get enough protein. So I've just left it on protein. But so you can get a really quick glance that the beans have 5 grams of protein, the rice has 2.1, the chicken has 15.7, and the cheddar cheese has 1.6, and the mozzarella cheese has 1.7. But so that gives you you can choose one item to sort of highlight over here on the right. Mine happens to be protein, but you can decide what fits for you, right? So for breakfast, it's like the same thing every day. My protein shake has 18.2 grams of protein. And then I put collagen in my coffee, which has 9 grams of protein. And then I have milk in my coffee, which gives me 8 grams of protein. So my breakfast was 337 calories with 35 grams of protein and 24 grams of carbs and 11 grams of fat. So I hope, I've gone over the basics of it. I know there's newer features that I haven't looked at and learned. I apologize for that, but I use like anything, I just use what I need it for, and then I just kind of ignore the rest because I'm not great with technology and I can feel very overwhelmed with it. But I hope that was helpful, and I hope you give it a try. I think it is so useful. I know there are other apps out there that do similar stuff. I forget initially why this, I tried a whole bunch initially, and this was the one, and I forget the exact reasons why, but this is the one that just really worked for me, and I just loved it. And I quickly paid for the gold membership, and I've paid, it's just an automatic renewal every year. It's actually in October of every year it renews. So I think it's fantastic, and I think it will help you meet your goals. And also you can look for areas you're falling short and fill in those gaps with, whether you're eating more food with that nutrient or filling in supplements for that. But whatever it may be, it's going to help your health. This is a really great tool for your health. And if you intermittent fast, it's got tools for that too. It's got so much. There's so much more to it than what I use it for that can really help you. So I hope you give it a try, and please like this video, consider subscribing, and you can hit that bell. But please leave me a comment if you've used it, or if you add it and start using it. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think of it. Have a great day, guys. God bless you.